And this is obviously a huge game for the Grizzlies. And this is going to be a good challenge for them also.
So we've got tip-off. It was controlled by Bedford. That was 41, Amanda Jonas. At point guard is number 10, Allison Morgan. And a deep shot, and that's a foul. So number 23, Emma Rosenbaum, puts up a shot. She got fouled. That'll be a 3-point shot, I would think. Was it before the foul? They're saying it was before the shot.
And it's Livy Brennan got the
So
foul.
Brennan gets her first foul. That is a non-shooting foul, so my correction. So on the floor for Bedford is number 10, Allison Morgan. Number 30, Isabella. Nice layup, couldn't finish it. Another shot by Rosenbaum. Long rebound, and it's captured by Goffstown, but it's going to be a jump ball, so good aggressiveness, and that was number 30 for Bedford, Isabella King.
And Goffstown will retain possession, so Gifford's going to hit this in.
Looks like Bedford's very aggressive on the boards, and this has been a challenge for Goffstown. They have a strong record, but if there was one Achilles heel for Goffstown, is in their rebounding.
Yeah, it's been up and down all season with that. The games they've rebounded well, they've played well and won. The games they haven't rebounded well, they lost.
Brennan just throws it away. Great pressure by Allison Morgan, really attacking the point guard position. And up comes Morgan with the ball. So really her tenacious defense led to that turnover by Goffstown. And that's a key for Goffstown. They've got to limit those turnovers. That's a travel.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, it was a tough handoff type pass. And unfortunately, Isabella King couldn't handle it.
Well, I think he did a good job with Doherty. I mean, staying out high on the point, Emily Doherty.
So it looks like Bedford is going to really be aggressive in terms of pressuring the ball handler. And they're playing a zone.
And obviously they're sticking to Walsh like glue.
Right. So it could be like it's a matchup zone. So they're going to play man on Walsh, and then everybody else is playing zone. And that's off Goffstown's ball.
And it's
a very interesting defense. It's the first time I think I've seen it, a matchup zone. So essentially what that is 4 players that are playing a zone defense, and essentially then Walsh gets us pretty much covered man to man.
Right, the senior captain.
That would be Goffstown's ball. It's a slow goal for both teams with 6 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the first.
Yeah, and Emma Rosenbaum is the Bedford player, the senior captain, who's basically sticking to Walsh, and she's already picking her out before she even gets out of the zone.
Right, and everybody else is then playing zone. So that becomes a tricky. Let's see what Goffstown's going to do for that. Now, the way to kind of do this is you got to draw the zone out, and then Walsh can post her up. And that's just a really sloppy pass by Brennan. That's her second turnover in 2 minutes. But she gets back quickly on defense. And she gets a scrappy, loose ball there. So good job by Brennan.
With the help of Gifford.
Yeah. They're going to have to set some high screens for Brennan. And right now they're not. I mean, you've got Dougherty is doing pretty much not much at the foul line. Now Walsh, that's a bad pass by Strong. Pretty much put the ball right on Walsh's feet. No score here at 5.5 minutes in the first.
Yeah, you can tell Kelly's already getting a little frustrated.
Yeah, Morgan with the ball. See, they do a nice job, Bedford. They set that high screen. That was King with the high screen. And that'll be a reach-in on Walsh, correct?
Yep. And you don't want to see Walsh start getting fouls early.
No, you don't. But I tell you, you have to have a little bit of a strategy here if you're going to try to combat that matchup zone. Good screen by 41. Nice pass. And that's the first bucket.
Almost 3 minutes in.
That was number 13, right?
Yes.
Sophia Mompini. So there's two things that you can do here. You can essentially, if you want to put the ball in Walsh's hands, you could just have her run point and have her try to do a dribble penetration.
Livy thought about it. Shannon takes a 3.
Long 3, and that's a miss. Rebound by Mompini. Over to Morgan. Nice behind the back dribble. Bedford is looking strong so far on their defensive side of the ball. Good inlet pass, but she throws it away, unfortunately. Yep. So that was a good pass inside to number 41, Amanda Jonas, but she immediately turned it over. So Bedford leads. Very, very slow game here, 2-0. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first. Nice facility here, Bob.
It is.
You know, I mean, we got a table.
It's a nice
I have
gym,
to talk to our athletic director about this one.
Yeah, I feel very comfy.
Brennan wants the 3, and that's short.
Oh.
That's not her forte, to be quite honest. Here comes number 10 with a beautiful drive, and she's going to get fouled by Dougherty.
I don't agree with that call.
Doesn't matter what you think. It matters what the referees think.
Apparently.
And she'll go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Dougherty looked planted to me.
I don't think it was an issue of her being planted. I think it was her just reaching in with her arm on that scoop shot. And that is no good for Allison Morgan.
What did we say Bedford's record was again?
I don't know. We got here kind of late.
They only got 2 losses on the season.
All right, so they're probably similar to that's what Goffstown has. Nice rebound.
Oh, that's a travel.
But good hands. I think that was Gifford. And let's see what Walsh can do here. And she turns the ball over, and it must have hit the baseline. So Walsh is you're right, I think Walsh is a little bit frustrated because as soon as she touches the ball, she's got 2 Bedford Bulldogs on her.
Yeah, Amanda Jonas stepped out of bounds.
So what they're going to do, this is what I was talking about. You can spread the court for Walsh, and that's in and out, and that could have been easily an over the back by Strong, but they don't call it. Oh, nice crossover dribble. Love it. By number 30, Isabella King. Beautiful crossover dribble there, and she went right to the hoop.
Strong with the foul on that.
And that is Goffstown's 4th. So right now, Goffstown has 4 team fouls, Bedford none. That could come into play here with 3:35 in the first, and that's in and out. Not the greatest free throw shooting for Bedford right now. They're 0 for 3.
And this is Isabella King on the line for Bedford.
And that one is good. So a 3-0 lead for Bedford with 3.5 minutes in the first. Again, no offense from Goffstown so far. It's mostly been turnovers, a couple of missed shots. And another turnover. I think you want to, if it's me, I put in a little bit of a lineup change here because I don't really like the combinations that I'm seeing from Goffstown. But Coach Largy hasn't done so yet, and there's been 4 turnovers for Goffstown.
Well, and the bright side, you are keeping Bedford off the board, so they haven't done much either.
And nice dribble. Really nice play there by King. You're going to have to honor her. That's a 5-point lead now, 5-0. She has a really good crossover dribble. I don't know what that was.
Emma took the shot. I think she took it to miss, and it went right to Kelly
but
Walsh.
that was not the greatest shot in the world. You got to watch her on the dribble. Good outlet pass. Really good shot there. Nice pass and a beautiful 3-pointer by Sophia Mompini, and she leads all scorers with 6 points. And what do we got here?
Well, there was another bad pass, I thought, by Brennan, but we got lucky. It went off Bedford's hands, so we retained possession of the ball.
8-2 lead for Bedford. And so far, really, Goffstown doesn't have much of an answer for Bedford's defense. Not a whole lot of movement. Really, Kelly Walsh is the only one that moves a lot in the offensive sets. Everybody else is just kind of jogging around. It's a spread defense, and that's a horrible pass. Again, there's no excuse for that type of horrible pass.
I don't know why we're even making those passes.
And that's a great job by Gifford. Getting scrappy there.
Yeah, these cross-court passes are not working out.
But you see where no one is really trying to get open. That's a good pass.
Gifford's taking a 3. Oh, Doherty right in for the rebound, but she loses it.
And she fouls. Again, you want to change in the lineup here if you're Coach Steve Largy. The players that you have on the court, I think, are not gelling right now.
Well, they're going to pull Doherty off and bring out Emily Peterson.
I want to see Peterson in the game myself. A little bit better defensively, and she can shoot.
And I think rightfully Largy takes a timeout here.
So who was that last foul on? That'll be their fifth.
Doherty.
On Doherty. So, again, a really, really tough start. That's her second personal foul. And the team's fifth. Bedford, no fouls. And to be quite honest, I don't think I saw any fouls on the Bedford. It's not like the referees are kind of lopsided. I haven't seen that. It's been a game fairly well called.
No, there's only one foul I disagreed with.
Yeah, only one, right? And I thought on that one, I thought that she got her arm in there. Now, I thought her body was positioned, Bob, but I just didn't think she slapped at her arm.
Well, I did notice here, Coach Largy's here right in front of us talking to the team. He's basically was telling them to just use your heads and think these plays through, and we got to stop pressing the ball and just make the right play. It's good advice.
Nice high screen.
Girls seem to be playing a little nervous.
Another 3. Long rebound. And you got to grab that.
And Emma did.
Yeah.
She got it. Oh.
They're playing very sloppy. And that could have been a backcourt violation almost.
Again, the passes, they're connecting, but they don't look good.
No, and they're not crisp passes.
Right.
And that's the key is that.
That was a crisp pass.
And there you go. Walsh will go to the line shooting 2. And that's what really she needs. I mean, she needs that dribble penetration. I mean, that's the key for her. And who was on that foul, Bob? Do we know?
I didn't see which.
All right. So Walsh will shoot 2, and she makes the first one.
So 8-3.
And
she hits them both. We needed them.
Yeah, this is a pretty slow start for Goffstown. Under a minute and a half to play in the first.
And Goffstown's going to be aggressive here on the ball.
Yeah, Peterson on Morgan. High screen up top. Switch. But a really nice drive by Morgan. And she picks up a bucket, extending the lead to 10-4. But what I noticed between Bedford and Goffstown is Bedford is setting those high screens. You're just not seeing that. You see right now, there's really nothing going on. You got Strong at the top of the key.
Nobody's going through the middle. Well, Shannon did. And she
beautiful play by Shannon Gifford.
It was a very nice play and a good shot.
That was a really nice play. Morgan with the ball, and she's quick on that crossover. Over to Rosenbaum, long rebound, and that will be a great hustle play by number 13, Sophia Mampini. And a rebound and a bump by Strong. She'll be out. 2 fouls on her.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. To me, the Grizzlies look a little nervous. They seem to be playing a little nervous.
They're flat.
Yep.
Not nervous. It's just flat.
Nah, I think it's nerves.
So King will go to the line shooting 2, and she makes the first.
Kendra Cooley's going to come in for Strong.
Yeah,
obviously.
she has to because with 2 fouls in the first quarter, don't have much of a choice.
Well, I think we got more size out there now.
It's not too much. It's
well, it's going to help on the rebounding, and Kendra did grab that rebound.
True to a degree, and I think you're going to need some rebounding and defense, but there's nobody. Yeah, see how Gifford set a high screen there? And that's kind of what you need to do.
Livy
and
takes
a beautiful shot by Liv Brennan.
And we needed it.
They did need that. Now it's 11-9 and a long shot. Oh, almost in.
God. That Morgan almost got that.
Wow. All right, folks. So we got our good friend here, Caleb, who came in a little bit late, but he was working. So
I don't want to hear his excuses. I work too.
Right,
we
Caleb
all work
Brown
for a
is in the house.
Except for you, Scott.
You can't blame Caleb.
Yes, we can.
You can't, because it wasn't his fault. He works, and this is what happens. Right, Caleb? So we got a pretty good crowd here. We've got, I'd say about, 50, 60 students for Goffstown. The athletic director, Justin Huft, he made a trip here, which is kind of surprising. He doesn't always come to away games. Yeah, actually, we know he does, so we're just kidding with him.
Well, back to this game. Talking about this one, Scott, is that I do think it's safe to say we're lucky to be within 2 points
Oh
of
my
this
goodness,
game.
you were
The
so
first
lucky.
quarter,
I
we
mean,
were
well,
very much outplayed.
but here is the kicker, okay? The kicker is that you will have the remainder of this half with being in the 1-1 or the bonus, because the next foul on Goffstown puts Bedford on the line, shooting the 1-1, and to Bedford's credit, they have committed one foul. So great discipline that that Coach Kevin Gibbs stresses on his Bedford Bulldogs team. A good, I think, tenacious defense, but they don't make sloppy fouls.
And their passing has been better.
Yeah, I would agree. So Morgan with the ball, who's been stellar at point guard, I think, tonight. Nice interior pass. And Gifford with a good rebound.
Yeah, if I had a criticism of Bedford, it would be they should have a bigger lead because they've missed a lot of pretty easy layups.
And
I think.
they missed considerable amount of free throws. So you're right. They've kind of kept Goffstown in the game. And Walsh gets rejected. Who was that, by Rosenbaum?
Yeah, it was. No, it was number 30.
30. Okay, we'll give her credit in a second. Bob, look at the
yeah,
sheet.
I'm trying.
And
I'm old.
Walsh steals it back.
That's Isabella King. Peterson comes out with it.
And that's a sloppy pass by. See, what Goffstown players are doing, a lot of them, is that it's called telegraphing their pass. And Bedford's smart. So what Goffstown can do here is I think you do a lot of back screens. You fake the pass and cut to the hoop.
Well, like you said earlier, they got to get more movement so they don't have to make these cross-court passes.
Yeah.
They should be passing much closer. So now you got,
got
Kelly
Walsh
with the ball.
And you got Cooley.
Coach Largy wants him to slow down.
Yeah, Cooley with the high screen.
No rush, just take your time, get the shot off. Oh, Livy goes in, tried to get the layup.
I thought that was a good drive by Brennan. She just couldn't execute it. And a three-pointer, and it's in by number 30, Isabella King. She's on fire. She's got 6 points tonight, and that extends the lead to 14-9. And I'll tell you, this is one game where I don't think that Goffstown can afford to go down by many points. Bedford, again, you're right. They exploited Goffstown.
Oh, Livy takes a long three. Kendra almost came
Kendra just wasn't aggressive enough.
And look at
Beautiful
Isabella
pass.
King wide open.
And she's
under the
lucky
basket.
there was no foul there. I mean, super lucky that she didn't get called on that foul. So it's now a 16-9 lead for the Bulldogs with Brennan bringing the ball up, Morgan on her. And Morgan has not only played great point guard. See right there? She gets her hands in there. She has really quick hands.
Walsh with a long
in
three.
and out. Peterson was in there,
Peterson. Yep. So Bedford's going to get to take this out. Yeah, Bedford's doing a good job of, I think, of frustrating Goffstown quite a bit.
Well, I think you need to see some more movement by the Goffstown offensive players, and right now they're just standing around the perimeter and not really creating a whole lot of action. Number 41 with a three. That's way off, and just let that one go. So that was Amanda Jonas, and she unfortunately hit an air ball. You got to play within your roles, and I think, you look at someone like a Gifford, and I think she does that. Her role is to get rebounds and occasionally put up a shot, and and she just turned it over, and she just got called with a foul, and that'll put Bedford on the line. So that's what happens sometimes when you get frustrated. And that'll be Gifford with her first push, and
that's her second foul.
That's her first foul.
Oh, it's her first.
Yeah.
I could have
It's the
sworn
team's seventh, which means they'll be going into the 1-1. And Strong comes back into the game. And here's you got to get rebounds, so you got to box out on these 1-1 situations. Someone's got to take the shooter, and that was King, right?
Yep.
So King.
Isabella King.
She nets the first one, and it's quickly an 8-point lead. And she makes it a 9-point lead. So this is what I was talking about. Like, you get into foul trouble, and now for the duration here, they'll be in the 1-1. 10 fouls puts them in the double bonus.
Peterson with a long three and hits it.
You got to call that one.
Yeah, we needed that. That was another good shot by. Oh,
Walsh almost with the steal.
That's the
she
first
knocks it
bad
out of bounds.
pass Bedford made. They made a long pass, and Walsh aggressively hit that out.
So it's an 18-12 lead by the Bedford Bulldogs. They're in command here in the first half. And once again, Goffstown is in foul trouble, 17 fouls. So Bedford will be on the foul line on any foul with a 1-and-1.
Goffstown's content to
You got a
keep to the
mismatch
outside.
here. You got Liv Brennan on a much taller player.
Well, that always happens.
And here comes, I would have liked Walsh to keep going with that, but she didn't.
Over to Kendra Cooley.
Oh my
Livy,
God,
long
that's
three.
ridiculous.
Peterson kept it in. Off Bedford. Oh.
No, it's not. I mean, God bless Liv Brennan, but taking an NBA three is probably not her best strength. I mean, that was, at least 5 feet beyond the 3-point.
She could have came in a little closer, but I didn't think it was a bad shot. I really disagree
Well,
with
if your argument is that any shot where you have nobody on you is a good shot, then conceivably you're right. A half-court shot would be a good shot, Bob. But that, if you know what her strengths are, I don't believe that, taking one 5 feet beyond the arc is a high percentage for us. So we've got 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Bedford with an 18-12 lead. Really strong performance tonight by Allison Morgan at point guard, and also Isabella King has been all over the place, and she leads all scorers with let's see here, 10 points.
And you got to give credit also to
Nice
Rosenblum, who's
she's
helping to
well
keep
too.
Walsh in check a little bit.
And here's a 2-pointer, and that's a nice rebound by Peterson.
Absolutely.
And what I like about what Peterson did is she kept the ball high above her head. When you bring it down to your chest or your waist, you're just inviting trouble. And there's Walsh. She pushed off though. You could argue that she pushed off with her offhand, but they're going to call it on 35. Sydney Grogan, and that'll be Bedford's second, her first.
Brendan's going to inbound this. Oh, right off Strong's hands. It was
Strong
in her hands.
Strong is not having a particularly strong game.
Pardon the pun, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Cooley made a good play there over to Walsh.
And that'll be a foul.
And Walsh sunk it. No call on that.
That should have been a foul.
Should have been a call on that.
She got pushed. So it's now 18-14 with 3:45 left in the first half. Morgan with the ball at point with Peterson guarding her. And a nice handoff pass. Beautiful pass to number 41 who can't execute.
Yeah.
No, I like Amanda
Peterson
Jonas, just wide open, couldn't make that one. And
Strong going for a three.
Almost nothing there either, but Walsh almost with another steal. And then an easy layup for number 33. That would be Catherine Pennick.
Yeah, Walsh is working hard.
Yeah, Walsh is working hard, but she needs a little bit better decision making from her teammates.
And Strong is going to go bring it in with a layup. Oh, just missed.
That's a foul on number 12. She didn't get her feet set. Cooley didn't get her feet set, and that'll put Bedford on the line shooting the 1-and-1.
Goffstown is committing more fouls, but they have let a couple go now against Bedford. I'm
would
starting to see a little bit of a pattern here where
I would agree.
I think
on that last one, I thought that there was a little bit of push from behind against Walsh, but Morgan will shoot the 1-and-1. And she makes her first one.
21-14, 7-point lead for Bedford.
And I think Morgan has played the whole way for Bedford. Super strong game so far.
And Simmons is in for us now.
And she misses, and that's going to be an over the back on Catherine Pennick. That's her first team foul, and that is Bedford's first personal foul, Bedford's third.
And Simmons went in for Peterson, and I really thought Peterson played well while she was in there.
I agree. We got to get some more. You got to get more production, and that'll be an offensive foul on number 5. That's her
Emma
third.
Strong again.
She is. I'm just saying. love her to death, but that's her third. And
again, I don't understand if
I think
watching
that's
this
your
game
third.
how they're calling so many now against Bedford.
Well,
we're
going to see Winterburn come in.
Yep, the freshman's going to get some time out there.
And a really nice crossover. Beautiful play
Two-pointer.
by Morgan. Allison Morgan just is lighting it up tonight for Bedford, and just she's making such smart decisions.
Simmons with an outside three.
You needed that one from Simmons.
Yep, 23-17 now.
So Noel Simmons with the three.
Goffstown really needs they need a turnover here. They need a steal.
They need to keep this game close because the fouls are going to kill them. Beautiful drive and a rebound and an over the back by 41. So Simmons
finally one goes our way.
You know what? This is what I was talking about before. If certain players don't have it, you got a deep bench, Bob. And sometimes even great players just don't have it. They might be under the weather. You just never know. So that would be Goffstown now trails by 6 points. Minute 45 left in the first. Morgan is guarding now Walsh. High screen by Cooley. Over to Winterburn, who puts up a three, but it's an air ball.
Oh, Brennan went in aggressively.
Brennan
for
had what I would call the quarterback's throw, but couldn't do anything with it. And 23 puts it up and sinks it. Timeout, referee timeout, but Emma Rosenbaum puts in a bucket and extends the lead to 8, 25-17. And if you're Coach Kevin Gibbs, you got to be happy with Bedford's performance tonight so far. Playing super well defensively, and they're making good decisions on offense. They're passing the ball well.
Yeah, no, Bedford's played well. Like I said, the only criticism I'd have is their shooting, because to be honest with you, they should be a lot further ahead. Oh, okay. Simmons aggressively goes and gets her own rebound.
That's why you got to like with Simmons in there, because at least she has a fire under her belly, and that's a long shot by Walsh.
Hits a beautiful three.
So you got a lot more confidence in a Kelly Walsh shooting that long three than you do anybody else in this Goffstown team.
Oh, I definitely agree with that.
And a long shot by Mumpini, that's shy, and Goffstown turns it over.
Oh,
for now.
Winterburn
has it. You got to be careful on those. You're going to get backcourt violations.
Walsh, another three.
Nope, no way. Her feet were not set. And long rebound by Winterburn. Winterburn is not the dribbler here, folks. And she got fouled. She got bailed out on that one. You don't want a freshman who's more than likely, I'd say a forward, almost a center, bringing the ball up. And I think if you're Coach Largy at halftime, you probably want to let Ava know that. It's like, you got a great rebound, put it into someone's hands who dribbles.
Well, I know, but you're
16 seconds left.
With a freshman, you're going to live with some mistakes.
Timeout. Call timeout if you have to. So you got to be careful if you're Simmons. She picked up her dribble there, and she got bailed out on a foul by Bedford. And next foul will go to the 1-and-1 for Goffstown with only 13 seconds left. Give it to Simmons. She's right there.
Over to Walsh. Walsh is going to bring it in, and
she had Winterburn wide open. 4 seconds left. And
that was a travel.
And that'll do it.
Well, Scott, it's fair to say I think we're lucky to be within 5.
I would agree with you, but Bedford came out strong initially. I think their matchup type zone worked extremely well because really Walsh couldn't really get the ball.
Right.
Things opened up for Walsh a little bit better I'd say as the game wore on, but some of the players didn't really have a strong outing, and with that, I think Coach Largy, he has to go to his bench to see who can ignite things.
Right. And he did a little bit with Simmons.
Simmons ignited things. I think Peterson ignited some things for Goffstown as well. But let's give credit. Yep. So we're going to take a little bit of break here. I want to give a little kudos before we do that to let's talk about some of the Bedford players. Allison Morgan, in my opinion, had a super first half. She put in 5 points, but just led the team super well, I think, on offense. And then Isabella King lit it up. 10 points, led all scorers. And
Isabella King, and the other one I would give credit to
Rosenbaum,
is
too, played really well.
She did very well
Yep.
trying to control Kelly a little bit.
Yeah, and you can't forget Mumpini, who in the first quarter, she put up 6 points. So really solid performance, very good by Bedford. Very balanced attack. So we're going to take a break here in the action while Bedford Television will televise the
halftime
show. We'll be back soon, folks.
We're live.
All right, so we're live here back in Bedford. And again, I got to give a lot of credit to, we're here, we're live.
Yeah, we're really
we got
live.
Caleb Brown here. So we got a 3-person broadcast for the second half. And just a big credit to Bedford and Goffstown Television, who work in collaboration a lot of times for these types of broadcasts. So tonight, Goffstown, our crew, is going to be doing the girls game, and then the Bedford TV crew is going to be doing the boys game. So a real nice partnership between Adam McCune at GTV and the folks here in Bedford, and just a really good showing. We got 3 minutes left before we start, and really, Caleb, you saw the tail end of that first half. What were your impressions?
So obviously Bedford likes to play fast.
Right.
They will push the pace like their life depends on it. Firstly, for Goffstown, Walsh, Brennan, Simmons, and Gifford, they can keep up though, but some of our taller players have shown they have not been able to. And Bedford's had a lot of quick pull-up, contested shots, and they've a lot of them going in, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think one of the keys for Bedford tonight has really been their quickness on the offensive side of the ball, and in particular, I think that Allison Morgan and Isabella King have had good dribble penetration. They have been able to drive to the hoop and create a lot of things, and obviously when you do that, then it frees it open. So on a couple of occasions, Morgan dribble penetrates, she dumps it out to Sophia Mumpini, who sinks a couple of jump shots, one of which was a 3. So I would say great execution by Bedford, both offensively and then on defensive side of the ball. Caleb, they really shut Walsh down, and she's the bread and butter of this Goffstown offense.
I agree. Definitely, she's got a couple deep threes though, but if you look at it, Walsh and Brennan, they've both been settling for some very, very deep, 25, 28, even 30-foot jumpers, and if they can hit them, wonderful though. But that's not a good shot, honestly.
So what we need here is we need Al Halpern. We need our good friend Al Halpern to help us with these fouls.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
maybe we can ask him to go do that. So, I'd like to know how many fouls these guys have on them. I think that Strong has 3, but I'm not positive.
Yeah,
Yes,
she has
we
3.
did.
She does.
We would keep track.
Right.
Strong has 3. Gifford has 2.
No, I
Doherty
don't
has-
have that. I have Doherty 2. I have Gifford with 1.
I have Gifford with 2 too.
You do.
But
So what we can do is
So we're not 100%
hold on
accurate.
1 second. We'll get Al to get it for us. Excuse me, Al. Could you get us the fouls on our Goffstown players, please? What? The fouls on our Goffstown players. I don't know. I got to make sure I got the number right.
How many they got?
Yes, on each one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are tracking that. We got a very, we're live right here.
You can tell we're not good at
Yeah,
doing this
we've
live.
got
We're not
the
professionals.
AD who's
Well.
so critical.
I just like sometimes, like Scott was saying about our team, sometimes it's the teammates you're with. My teammates just are not pulling their weight.
Well, it's interesting. I oftentimes say that Justin Huft is my favorite AD, but he's the only one that I know. So
All right,
There you go.
Al
Walsh
has it.
1, Gifford and Doherty 2.
So Goffstown's going to start out with
and
possession.
Brennan has one as well. So
and
we know
Strong
that.
with 3.
So Brendan will inbound the ball and over to Walsh. I think this is smart, guys, because Walsh has to really play point to try to free things up for her. Doherty,
Nice pass.
and she
Doherty.
turns it
Turnover.
over. And Doherty, all she had to do was go to the elbow right
Well,
there,
Walsh takes it right back.
and she had an open shot.
Oh, almost
See the
stolen
quick
from Walsh.
hands of Morgan.
Yeah.
They're very aggressive on Walsh. They're collapsing on her immediately. Oh, Gifford made a beautiful pass inside to Strong. And
Strong recovers.
Gets her own rebound.
And that was a nice rebound, Bob, by Emma Strong, who was able to rebound her own shot and put it up. A little bit of a mismatch there.
And King
That-
Take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's King on Walsh, posting her up, and a quick exchange of buckets. So the difference that you're seeing right now, guys, is that you're going to have Walsh kind of take the point and trying to set some screens.
You're going
And
to take
that's
a deep
long
three right there, not their
and
shot.
down goes Brennan. And Morgan brings the ball up, and she gets fouled by Walsh. A nice hesitation shot, Caleb.
Yeah, Walsh was going right for that block, and she fell for it.
And this is the danger with having Walsh up on the point, because then it exposes her out on the outside, and she's got to go back, and she's going to be more prone to take those fouls.
And Morgan at the free throw line, and she
Misses.
misses the first one. And she struggled. If I'd say there's any weakness, it's really been in her free throw shooting tonight.
Can't say the same for the rest of Bedford, though. They've been stellar from the foul line.
And Morgan will shoot her second, and that one goes in. And it's a 6-point lead for Bedford.
So Goffstown
So
just got to be smart.
Now, what you might not be able to see here is like Goffstown doesn't do a whole lot. It's called a 5-out offense. Not a whole lot of Goffstown players cut to the hoop. You see they're just standing outside.
Again, no movement under the basket.
No movement. A nice cross, nice cut by Walsh. Out to Strong, that's no good. And Strong, that was a good shot. I mean, open shot, just couldn't fall.
Sam's got to stop ball, though.
Interior pass to 41. And what were we thinking on that one? I don't know what we were thinking on that one. So, again, Goffstown's still in this game. 6-point lead by Bedford with 6 minutes. And Bedford inbounds it. Nice cut by Morgan. She can't lay it in, but a good rebound by King.
King's killing them
And King is killing Goffstown right now. It is an 8-point lead. No answer for Isabella King. You got to put a body on her. And it looks like that's Gifford's responsibility. And Gifford's going to have to stay on her like glue.
Yeah, especially.
And what they're trying to do is they're trying to clear out Walsh.
Well, Bedford's obviously figured out at this point that the offense wants to Walsh, and they're going to try to stop it.
Yep.
Yeah, Walsh
And this
is trying to set screens, and they're just not working out.
But look what's going on. Nothing is really happening here.
They got something to decide.
That's a little bit of a mismatch here. You would want Mumpini on her because Kelly should be able to beat her off the dribble.
Brennan's going to take a three.
And that's no good, but she fouls her shot.
Oh, over to Strong. That was a good pass. Libby did a good job.
Step back
chasing
three. Well, she gets her rebound again. It doesn't go in either.
And a nice rebound by Mumpini. So Goffstown 3 tries at a hoop there. Couldn't come through.
Well, you give him credit
And
for following her
Rosenbaum with the 3.
And nobody boxes out Morgan.
And she gets a blocking foul on number 2, Gifford. That's a tough foul, I think. I don't think I would have given Gifford that foul. I thought her feet were set. But nonetheless, it's on her. So that's Goffstown's second. And here we go again. She almost traveled.
Yeah, I'm not in love with these refs. I'll tell you that right now.
Who was there? Liv Brennan. There was not a single maroon jersey there.
She was expecting Emma
No.
following
There
that.
was not a single, no excuses there. There was not a single player.
She should have just attacked right there.
No, she was expecting Strong to go in.
Body language
Strong
right now
held
just
up.
isn't looking good on Goffstown.
I would agree. Dougherty is guarding Morgan. Inside pass to King. She throws one up. Nice rebound by Brennan. Over to Walsh. Dougherty's open in the corner, but she doesn't give it to her.
Another
Long
deep
three by Brennan.
Oh, Gifford,
but she doesn't set her feet.
Nice.
I don't like this either. I mean, this is horrible. Horrible. Horrible offensive play by Goffstown in the last couple of minutes.
Coach Larkin needs to take a timeout.
They're out of control here.
This is very ugly right now.
And I think that's an understatement when I say out of control.
Well, I like the hustle.
I like the hustle.
I'm a little more optimistic than
I like
you
the
boys.
hustle. I don't particularly like good defense right there.
I think I should have been a foul that time.
Strong and Gifford.
No, she had good position. Her hands were up. We're taking very poor shot selections here.
Goffstown hasn't scored yet this third quarter.
Yeah. And
Walsh finally gets fouled.
But Walsh got bailed out by Morgan on that one. So Morgan with her first team foul in this half.
Well, the Bulldogs coach didn't like that call. I don't understand it. Every call just about has gone his
So
way.
Cooley's going to check in, presumably for
Doherty,
Strong.
I would think. Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. Well, it is for Strong. And Walsh hits the first one, so 23-30. It brings Goffstown within 7.
I'd like to see Peterson get back in soon.
I would too. I think Peterson adds a lot of defense, speed, rebounding, and an
shooting.
outside shot. Walsh with the second bucket.
She banked a 3 in the second quarter.
So Walsh
and,
with 11
Simmons
points.
played well when she got her chance in there. So
Now watch King off the dribble. I love her off the dribble.
Give
That's
her nice
great.
hands.
nice
It
play
should
by
have been a foul.
Gifford.
And that'll be Goffstown's ball. It should be. It's Goffstown's ball.
Yeah.
So good hustle by Shannon Gifford.
She got body checked right there. It should have been
Yeah.
a foul.
That was an excellent play by Gifford. Then she threw the ball off the Bulldogs.
You know, I think you got to give credit to Emma Rosenbaum. I mean, she's playing tight on arguably one of the better players in the state in Walsh.
Walsh out the door.
Doherty's going to try a 3.
But you
Oh.
you
Gets
cannot
nothing.
you can't hit an air ball on a wide open shot.
Can't.
Caleb, you can't. You can't do it.
They got bailed out by a foul right there.
Yeah,
that should have
but
been a jump ball.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
I get it.
I mean,
You
a
can't be having these
contested
air
3, I'll
balls.
give it to you. But on a wide open 3, you got to at least hit rim.
Oh,
And
Walsh
she got
got
fouled.
fouled.
Good cut by Walsh.
beautiful pass by Brennan into Walsh.
See, the thing here is that Kelly Walsh, for Goffstown, is one of the few players who really cuts to the hoop, Caleb.
She's the only one that's really doing it
Right.
right now. And it's working. I mean, she's getting the foul call.
But you can't be a one-man wrecking crew. You know, you need more weapons.
Well, you can if you're Kelly Walsh.
Well, yes, I'm talking about a team. I mean,
Yes, I know,
they're,
Scott. Relax.
and Walsh hits that. You know, Goffstown's within 4, and
And
this
we
is
are lucky to be
This is
within 4.
amazing that they're even close.
No question.
This obviously should be a blow right now. Well, they play like this against Bishop Curtin. There's going to be no contest.
I would agree.
If they were playing like, if this was Bishop Curtin right now, they'd be up down by 30.
That's going to be a travel, which is a tough call as well. But
Yeah.
but that was a great. I don't know if you noticed this, but they posted up on Brennan, and they had deep position on Brennan, and that should have been executed for a layup. But so Walsh brings the ball up with 3 minutes to go in the third with a 30-26 lead.
Walsh was looking for that 3.
She is.
I
didn't see Brennan right there.
See, there you go. And Walsh puts in the rebound.
Down the 2.
So you're right, down to 2-point lead for Bedford. And if you're Kevin Gibbs, you got to be a little concerned here. I mean, you've dominated play. You're only up by 2.
Looks like Peterson's going to check back into the game, too.
Mumpini with it. She shoots a 3, and it's no good.
Should be
and
Goffstown
that'll
ball.
be Goffstown's ball. So
And here
if
comes
you're
Peterson.
Gibbs, you want a timeout, I think.
Yep.
And it looks like he's taking one.
And
Yep,
he is
that's
going
what's
to take
taking a
one.
timeout.
And, you know, Kevin Gibbs, he should be a little bit concerned. I mean, he's only up by 2, and I think that this team has dominated Goffstown.
They have really dominated this whole game. So the score is kind of lying right now.
Yeah, so Kelly Walsh has pumped in 6 points here in the third quarter. She leads all scorers with 16 points. And but this is one of the concerns if you're Coach Steve Largy. You got to have more balanced scoring from your Goffstown team. You can't do it with just Kelly Walsh because teams will figure out a way. And this team, Bedford, has figured out a way to slow her down.
They have.
If they did not slow her down, Kelly Walsh would easily be in the 20s right now for points.
I agree. Yep.
So here's where I think the production comes from. I think the production can come from Brennan, or it can come from Strong, or it can come from Emily Peterson with shooting 3s. Those are the players that predominantly are scoring for you. In addition, you know, Gifford, if she can get an offensive rebound and lay him up, that's her strength.
Yeah.
You know, so, but you got to have more players committing to cutting to the hoop.
Yeah.
So we got some substitution. Catherine Pennick, she's number 33. She's in for Bedford, and that will be with King, Mumpini, Rosenbaum, and Morgan. They're on the court for Bedford. You got Walsh, Brennan, Gifford, Cooley, and Peterson for Goffstown. And Rosenbaum once again is on Walsh.
No, that's Isabel King.
I'm sorry, King was
And
on her.
She got stripped. Gifford got
And
stripped right
that
there.
was, I don't like that. That's her 3rd foul. And
Oh, it was a good foul because she had a wide open lane.
I give you that.
That was
but
Walsh on that foul.
That was Walsh, so that's her third. And
She's
you
got to be
need
careful.
her. Right, without her, there's no way you're going to win this game.
No.
So Morgan calling out the offense. High screen by Mumpini. Beautiful pass inside. There was nobody on her. Kendra Cooley was just not there. So King with an easy bucket, and she has, actually she might be leading all scorers.
Oh, she's right up there, that's for sure. I think she had 14 in the first half.
No, she had 10, so
Walsh,
she's got 16,
Walsh,
both of them.
3, not even close. Brennan picks it up.
She can't hit the layup.
Oh,
So it's tied, both Walsh and King have 16.
oh
Whoa,
that
what
was
a move!
travel.
That was not a travel, that
Oh,
was a great move.
No.
Yes, sir. And that'll be
Come on.
Goffstown's
Tucked
ball.
that ball and ran 12
Bob, I
feet.
know I wear the glasses here, but man, that's called the Euro step.
It's a Euro
right?
move right
That's
there.
That's the Euro
She
step.
parted the Maroon Sea right there.
Yeah. Brennan with the ball, and she just throws it away again.
Tipped out of bounds.
Yeah. Tipped.
Still gonna
Got
be
lucky.
Goffstown
Got bailed
ball.
out on that one.
Yeah.
Cooley comes out. Strong's going back.
I like to see Simmons get back in soon.
I would too. Simmons was a spark plug, but I don't know who you take her out for, you know. And
Gifford gets
good
fouled.
move by Gifford. So Pennick fouls Gifford, and you like that. And that is Bedford's 4th team foul. And that's, I think that's Pennick's 2nd, I thought. But they're giving her only 1. So Gifford will shoot 2, and that's a quick. She just chucked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to take a little more time there.
Sydney Glenn checks back in for Bedford.
Mumpini comes out, and who came in? 35.
Sydney.
That was Sydney Grogan. And Gifford makes the 2nd one.
We're within 3.
Which is honestly a miracle that you are in 3.
I would agree. Now you got to watch out for King. I mean, she just camps out. See how much King moves around? She's got great hands, passes the ball well. Over to Rosenbaum. I mean, beautiful ball movement there. All set up, I think, by Isabella King, who's very smooth.
Yeah, she's definitely having the best game for Bedford.
Strong. Picks up her dribble.
It's good that
but then she like throws it like right at Walsh.
Walsh somehow keeps that dribble
I don't know how
alive.
she's able to do it. Great athleticism by Walsh.
Peterson over to Gifford. Gifford's going to drive in.
Beautiful pass by Gifford.
Strong's got to hit this.
Oh.
That's okay, though. That's okay. That was a good shot in and out.
Morgan comes back down. Oh.
And Rosenbaum puts in another one. So
Yeah,
if you're
she was
Coach
standing there
Largy,
alone.
you cannot let the game get out of hand. If they don't come back with a bucket here and Bedford scores again, it's called timeout, baby.
Yeah, no, they had shoot.
Yeah.
Those had to hold for the last shot.
Wide open.
So 9 seconds.
Brennan drives in.
Can't
This
hit the shot.
has been the story. I mean, she can't finish. She's got to be able to finish. She thinks she got fouled on that.
Brennan might be hurt.
Yeah. And
No,
so
she's all right.
Goffstown trails by 7, 36-29. Brennan drove to the hoop. She thought maybe she got fouled, but she had the ability to perhaps finish that one, but couldn't get to stick.
I mean, third quarter has been a lot of missed layups by Goffstown.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point in the season, if Goffstown wants to compete, they got to hit these contested layups. Like, not all of them, but
I think if Goffstown wants to compete, they're going to have balanced scoring, and it can't be, just the Kelly Walsh offensive show. And now on that one, what I liked was that one where Strong missed the 3. It was a great pass.
It was a good pass.
She was wide open, in and out. You'll take those, but you can't do the same thing and throw up an air ball.
Yeah.
I would put Simmons back in the game only because I think she brought a little bit of an energy.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but you gotta, I don't know how you gotta keep Gifford and Walsh and Brennan in the game, and they're your ball handlers. And really, what can Emma Strong bring to the table here? She's got to be able to produce.
She's got it.
She's got to produce. Her and Peterson are going to have to produce on the offensive side.
I mean, you can't just lean on Walsh and Brennan.
Yep.
Like, some teams you can, but not against Bedford. Like,
So we're in the final quarter of action, folks. Again, Scott Gross here with Caleb Brown and Bob Bartolucci here at Bedford High School for live action, brought to you by Bedford Television in conjunction with Goffstown Television.
It's been a good partnership, I think.
I agree.
It has been the last 3-4 years.
It's a big school rivalry, though, but it's a good.
Yeah. Good defensive there by Strong.
She's
She
fine.
just
By the
lost
jump
track
ball.
of the ball.
That should be Goffstown ball.
It will be Goffstown ball.
And Peterson did a good job. She just dove to the ground for that one.
So Strong did a nice job. She held her ground and she put her hands up. And then Peterson came in right behind there. So let's see what Goffstown can do. Not a whole lot of cheering here from the Goffstown side.
We need to follow it up
lame,
now with a
actually.
bucket
It
here.
seems like one of the Goffstown
Beautiful
pass by
Gifford. A give and
Strong.
go to Strong.
It appears one of the Goffstown faithful has taken refuge in the Bedford fan section.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's the young gentleman wearing the NASA white sweatshirt and the red hat.
That's going to be a foul on Bedford. It should be.
Yes.
Top right corner.
That's Morgan, I think.
Yeah.
And that's their 5th. So
Emma Strong did a great job going up for that rebound.
Goffstown, it is so critical for Goffstown to go to the hoop, try to draw some fouls here. They've got 5 team fouls on Bedford, 7 minutes to go. You want to get to the line if you can.
Especially if you're Walsh or Brennan.
Well, especially when you're down by this many, when you're down by points and you need to stop the clock and put points on the board. Getting into 1-and-1 is very helpful in that situation. Another great cut.
Walsh gets fouled. I thought that was a clean block.
Nice pass by Emma Strong.
It was a clean block by Morgan with her hands, but her body pushed Walsh. So this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Walsh on the line shooting 2, but most importantly, a 6th team foul on Bedford.
When it's rather early in the fourth quarter, too.
That's Walsh's 17th point. Now she does lead all scorers right behind King. And Walsh misses short on that one.
Peterson's fighting for it.
Good hustle by Peterson. That's exactly what you want to see. And that's Sydney Grogan with the ball, playing point. Wide open is Pennick. No one sees her, though. She's wide open on the wing.
Oh, nice steal by Walsh over to
And running the floor is Walsh.
And that should have been.
She can't hit the layup, but Peterson gets the rebound.
Been a foul.
Another missed layup, but Walsh gets it again.
Over to Brennan for a 3. And, again, Goffstown's
That's going to be Goffstown's ball. Great hustle. So this is what you want to see. If you're Coach Largy, you will take that. Yes, you had a couple of missed shots.
Don't give up on a play.
But awesome hustle by Goffstown. Now 36-32, 4-point differential with under 6:20 to play.
That's why I can't stress enough. You can never give up on a play because you might get a call like that.
And Doherty checked back in for Peterson.
You got to pass that. You got to pass that if you're strong.
Or sink it.
Kelly Walsh with the ball. She's trapped.
3 on her.
And stolen by Pennick. Really nice job by Pennick.
Someone's got a set ball.
And Rosenbaum with a 3, and it's good.
No, that's King.
Oh, it's King. I apologize. 30. So now she leads all scorers.
Timeout Largy.
That's a good call if you're Steve Largy. Under 6 minutes to play. Goffstown trails by 7. You cannot let this game get out of hand if you want to try to get a chance to win it. Once again, Caleb, I think the key here is Goffstown has to go to the hoop. You have to draw the foul. It slows your game down. Okay, there's the clock stops, and it puts you on the line shooting 1-and-1.
Yeah.
Very, very important. You can't dilly-dally and play this 5 out and let 45 seconds come off the clock.
You can't.
Can't do it.
You just can't get Bedford.
And I think Goffstown right now is, I think they've shown that they're stronger on the foul line than Bedford is.
Tonight.
Bedford has not been hitting that many of their foul shots, and they've been missing some layups, quite frankly, because like we all agree, all 3 of us, that theoretically Bedford should be a lot further ahead. So
they should
we're
be
lucky
up,
to be this close.
They should be twice as much right now. It's a 7-point lead, but they should be up by 14.
Yeah, but you know the other thing that I think the defense for Bedford, you got to give them credit because Kelly Walsh has been averaging close to 28 points a game. I think she's around 18, 19 right now. I mean, granted, we've got the fourth quarter to go, but I think all in all, they have shut her down for the most part. And if Goffstown's going to win, they're going to have to get Brennan's going to have to hit these threes, or Emma Strong, or somebody. They're going to have to hit
somebody
threes.
Besides Walsh.
Well, no, because Walsh is going to get double teamed, and what these teams are saying is Kelly Walsh we're going to give her 25 points, but we are not going to have somebody else has to beat us.
Yeah.
And so far, Goffstown hasn't done that. 5.5 to go. Bedford with a 7-point lead. Ball in Pennick's hand. Now back to Morgan. And they're content. If they're smart, use clock. And
Foul
that's
on-
going to be a foul on Gifford?
No, I think I'm strong.
No,
Brennan.
number 4. Brennan with a push. That's Goffstown's 4th team foul. And they're going to be in trouble here because Bedford could be content in slowing down play.
They have the ball handlers where they can.
And they can do that. So you got to get up. If you're Dougherty, you got to get up on Morgan.
Oh, Isabel King with
Should have been
another
over the
long
back.
shot.
Should be Goffstown ball. But
Yeah, on those, a lot of times they don't call the over the back, but if it goes out on the player, they just give them the ball.
Yeah.
All right, so once again, you got to go and be aggressive if you're Goffstown and push the issue. Try to draw a foul.
Gifford.
Right
gets the
back
rebound.
out to Dougherty. Dougherty should have shot that ball.
Yeah, she should have.
See, this is what you can't do. You can't
Yeah.
spend 45 seconds here. You don't have that luxury.
Well, Strong's going to bring it in. Nice.
I like
Oh,
it, but you can't sink it. She couldn't finish.
Yep.
They've been
And
lit on the
King
rim
with the
tonight.
ball over to Pennick to shoot it, and she sinks it.
A deep
So that
two.
could be it. That's like the dagger in the heart. 9-point lead with 4.5 to go.
Unless
no
Goffstown
answer.
starts clicking.
Yeah, there's been no answer so far.
Yeah, you're right. We're just not getting the scoring from anybody
And
else.
Brennan turns it over, and
Morgan.
yep.
Oh,
And Bedford, uncharacteristic turnover for Bedford.
actually, it was a nice pass by Morgan.
Yeah.
And luckily it got turned over because if Bedford got another one, that would have really.
You got to go quick if you're, it's like hurry up offense if you're Goffstown. 4
Yeah.
minutes to play, you're down by 9. You can't dilly-dally, and you got to take good shots. So again, no one sets screens. It's wide open.
Nice pass.
Beautiful
There you go.
play by Strong. I love that one.
Yep.
Too bad they didn't do more of that. I mean, it's there,
Yep. Doherty set her up down low.
Down to 7.
but you got to get a stop if you're Goffstown here. They're down by 7 points. You got to attack on defense. So if you're Dougherty, you got to play up on Morgan. You can't let her. You got to. And if
You
she
gotta
can't
rush-
do
you
it,
gotta
you got to put
force her.
somebody else on her. They're content to do this.
Oh.
And
Good play by Gifford.
Walsh comes out with this.
she's just got to go right to the hoop.
She's
She's
gotta
gotta
go.
right to the hoop.
Go to the hoop.
Nope.
And
Without.
Should have been out of bounds.
I guess not. I thought she did too, but I don't understand. Why doesn't she just go right and
Yeah.
attack the hoop on that? I mean, worst case scenario, get fouled. So 3 minutes to go. This is it. Goffstown can't let up a bucket here. And they're content. Look at this. They're so content just to pass the ball around the perimeter.
Yeah, Morgan passed up a shot to go.
What a play by Morgan.
Yep.
And
Timeout
yeah,
Goffstown.
well, it's a little too late if you're Steve Largy, I think, because you needed different players on the court. You needed Peterson on the court,
Simmons.
and you needed Simmons on the court, and you were about 3 minutes late, I think, in getting those players on the court because you needed more speed to attack the defense, and you had players who were playing 3 feet off the ball.
Yeah, I think he's probably telling them to be a little more aggressive. We're
Well,
going to have to attack.
There's a difference between saying to be aggressive, but if you don't match up. Basketball is like so many other sports, it's about matchups. And this Bedford team, quite honestly, on their in their guard play, we don't match up well in terms of speed. And that's why I thought that by putting in Simmons and by Peterson, you pick up some of that speed. And Simmons proved in the first half when she played,
Yeah.
Caleb, that she was attacking. All right, so
We got the same 5 for Goffstown. So it's Gifford, Strong, Walsh,
and
Doherty,
Dougherty has
and
had
Brennan.
shots. She's
Yeah.
had open shots.
And
You
she's
got to
just-
take them.
She hasn't hit them.
But no, she hasn't taken them.
Yeah.
So now
Peterson's
Peterson comes
gonna
in,
check
which
in.
I don't understand either. I mean, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you put her in during the timeout?
Brennan missed the 3 there. Strong takes
No,
the 3.
no good.
Gifford's in there for the rebound. Over to Brennan.
Got Walsh.
Walsh takes the 3.
No good.
Cannot hit a shot right
No.
now.
You got to press. You got to press. You got to press. You got to pressure up. Why are you taking that shot? Why are you taking that shot, Bedford? You don't
honestly,
need to do that. You've got a big lead.
And this is something Goffstown's going to look back on. They've had these possessions where they had 3 or 4 shots in possession. They can't hit a single
But
one.
if you're Bedford, you didn't need to do
Yeah.
that. Okay?
Yeah.
All you have to do is kill clock.
Goffstown's got to get a shot going. Just get a shot.
Gifford's taking a 3.
Good
Yeah.
shot, though. Just can't
It
can't
was a
fall.
good shot, but we're
You
not
know,
getting
when
it.
you play this type of offense for Goffstown, it's you live and die by the 3-point shot, and that was what, Rosenberg,
Yeah.
Rosenbaum, I should say.
Yeah.
I apologize, and that'll do it. So a minute and a half left, up by what is it, 11
45 to
points? Game is
34.
over for all intents and
Yeah,
purposes.
so Goffstown's winning streak is going to come to
Yeah, and that's a blocking foul by Morgan.
so Goffstown's
I don't know if she went down hard on her head. Hopefully she's okay.
so their winning streak will kind of die with a whimper tonight.
So Morgan got there just a tad bit late, and that'll stop the clock with a minute 17. Goffstown trails by 11, and they're going to call that one on 33.
Yeah.
I thought it was on Morgan, so that'll be on, was it Pennick? Yeah, Catherine Pennick with that foul. That's her second, and Liv will shoot 2, and that's a violation. So she made it, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, so I guess all in all, this was a little disappointing tonight.
I agree.
And I think the thing that's haunting us is really the scoring. Like we said earlier,
And
you
that's
can't
short.
have Walsh be the only one to score.
Walsh
Takes
puts 3.
another 3.
She hits
She
it.
hits it.
So keeping it interesting, that's for sure. Another timeout.
Quick timeout by Largy.
We're still down by 7. Well, again, I think we all agreed that we're lucky to be in this game even this late.
Yeah.
But there are some things to take away from it. I mean, we competed well with Bedford. We can play with them if we
hit our
play
shots.
our style. And
Yeah,
hit
but
our
you got to
shots.
look at it from this perspective. You got Walsh with, I think she's gotten around 19 points, and she's been averaging in the high 20s. So there's 2 strategies if you're a team that you're playing Goffstown. One, you take Walsh out of the game as best you can, which I think Bedford did well tonight.
Yeah.
especially in
letting-
the early going.
Right, and then you're basically saying to Goffstown,
What?
if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us by somebody other than Kelly Walsh, and there was nobody else who really, if you think about it, no one else really put up points. Emma Strong put up 6, Peterson 3, Simmons had a 3, Brennan had a 3,
Yep.
and Gifford had 3. So
It's kind of like the old saying by Larry Brown when he coached 2004 Detroit Pistons when they beat the Shaq and Kobe Lakers in the NBA Finals. They just let Shaq dominate.
Yeah.
And
and you can do that in a sport like basketball. You can say, hey, give so-and-so their 30 or 40 points, but just don't give everybody else, you know.
Well, they're challenging the other players
Yeah.
to hit some shots, and quite frankly, we've had the opportunities, and they didn't hit the shots.
Well, you got to foul if you're Goffstown. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, put somebody on the foul line. But that means you got to give up a lot of fouls
Yeah,
in
there
a
you
short
go.
period of time. So Brennan with a hold, but you
That'll
can't.
be her 4th.
If that's your strategy, you can't wait.
I would say
20
wait till they
seconds.
get over half court, then they try to foul
Yeah.
them. Look for
Well,
the
it
steal
doesn't
first.
matter much because you still you can foul just on an inbounds pass if you want, like Fowler again. Fowler. Someone's got to foul. And that's no good. That was a foul before the shot. That was Walsh, I think, fouling King,
Yeah.
right? So
Well,
in my
we'll see who they're
opinion,
gonna call.
technical foul.
Technical foul on Doherty. I don't see how that was a technical.
We're trying to figure out what happened here. Technical on Dougherty?
Yeah, it's on Doherty.
For what?
Probably for dropping her.
Oh.
Wow, I did again.
I
I have not liked the. I don't want to be sour grapes, but I have not liked the
I
officiating in this game. It's
I
been
rarely
very
blame
inconsistent.
officials. The officials were not to blame for this game, and that'll be a missed first shot.
ball don't lie.
So King, in my opinion, has been player of the game. Just super strong performance, and she nets that one. So she's got 20, I think she's got 20 points tonight.
I got a foul. There you go.
There you go.
Doherty again. I think
Well, that's what you
that's
it's,
five.
it's a little bit too late,
It's
unfortunately.
1-on-1.
It's not 1-on-1 yet. It'll be
Yeah, it
next
is.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, now there is?
Yeah, now it is.
So you probably, and you're right. I mean, Bedford has struggled at the free throw line, but if you're going to play that game, you had to play that game at the 2-minute mark.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Not now.
Not with 50 seconds left.
Nope. And Morgan sinks it.
Strong checks back in for Doherty.
So Goffstown's down by 12, so obviously they'll go to 3 losses on the season now.
Yeah, really what happens now is when you start to, the records that separate these teams, it's all about seedings, So if you get like if you're lucky to get like a 4 seed versus getting an 8 seed. Morgan sinks her second free throw.
Goffstown last year, they were the 9th seed.
Right. Nice head fake, but she can't make that one.
Oh. Gifford takes it.
Nope, that's an air ball.
And it's just been that kind of night for Goffstown.
Yeah, well, you gotta see, that's the whole thing. When you play that 5-out offense,
Yeah.
you live and die by your outside shooting.
Quick timeout by
And,
Bedford.
And that is a timeout, so 37 seconds left. And
Why did he
and
call timeout?
Coach Gibbs calls timeout.
For what?
Maybe he wants to bring in some other players. It's the game is in hand. Maybe he wants to get some seniors on the court. You just don't know. So I think as we recap the game with 37 seconds left, my player of the game, I don't know about you guys, is Isabella King.
I'd say it was Morgan.
And then my second player of the game is Morgan. I love the way she played. Just tenacious on the defense, I think. Great job at point guard, dribble penetration, passed it out when she had to, was around the ball a lot, Mumpini had some good shots, early on. Pennick came in with a few good shots and rebounds towards the end. Just overall, I think a nice, solid performance.
Yeah, Bedford. If you're
For
Bedford,
Bedford, Amanda Jonas, number 41, another one where I think just got rebounds and just played the inside-outside game. Jonas would get the ball on the inside, dump it back out for a shot. So
yeah, if you're
not more
Bedford,
you can
gotta
ask.
be happy with
Gotta
your
be very
performance
happy.
tonight. This is a very good Goffstown team
Yeah.
that just didn't have it tonight.
And that's Pennick with 2 points. And she's a sophomore, folks. So she's got a couple more years playing for this Bedford team. And there's Walsh, wants another 3, I bet. She's going to take it
Driving
in and miss it.
Missed the layup.
And you can see it's definite sense of frustration now with 10 seconds left. Don't foul. And now we're down to 4, 3, 2, 1, and it'll be a 53-38 win for the Bedford Bulldogs. And really a great performance by Bedford tonight.
Yeah.
You could argue that this thing could have been a 20-point lead.
Yeah.
If Bedford was able to execute a little bit better.
Goffstown just didn't have it tonight.
They didn't have it, and most importantly, they weren't able to sink the outside shot. And that is the killer when you're playing an offense like they do. So again, we want to thank our friends here at Bedford Television who were gracious enough to let us simulcast this girls game. They're going to take over for the boys varsity game here in about 15 minutes. But again, great collaboration between the two communities. Like you said before, Caleb, these are rivalry teams, but you wouldn't know it based upon the level of cooperation between our community access television station. So I want to thank the folks at Bedford Television, and we're going to sign off.